Today on the channel, we continue with the Marvel Legends What If wave with a little twist as we've got Sylvie and Mobius. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Legends unboxing and review. And today we're working our way through the What If line with a little bit of a twist. But remember, for all your Marvel Legends figures and a whole lot more, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. And that little twist to the What If variety out there is another Disney Plus series, the Loki series, of course. And for whatever reason, Sylvie found her way into the What If collection. So a little strange. She is kind of the odd man out, the oddball of the set out there. And I figured a perfect opportunity to unbox this one would be with the Target exclusive Owen Wilson Mobius figure. So I figured put these two together. I'm going to count Mobius as part of the What If wave, as he has been released around the same time, fits in with this one. So it's a little bit of that old dreaded smoke and mirrors out there. But we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. And we'll see where it goes from there. And we'll do a little bit of comparisons. And we'll bring out old Loki himself from the previous wave, from the Disney Plus wave. So let's start with the females first. We always do that. We're going to take a look at Marvel's Sylvie. So there you go. His Sylvie packaging always kind of throws me for a loop. Ever since we saw the glamour shots of this one, is it does come with the Build-A-Figure Watcher's cape in the back there, and it just feels like it should be her cape or something more is going on. And we get that from time to time with some of these Build-A-Figures, but that big piece coming with her, as she is a female, a little smaller figure out there, so it does make a little bit of sense there. We got the green Loki kind of packaging. We got the Loki varnish at the top right there. You got her in the package. She's got her weapons. She's got the cape for the Build-A-Figure, all that kind of fun stuff. On the side, we got a little glamour shot action. Old Lady Loki herself. Same thing over here. Warnings, boring, UPC on the bottom. Then you get to the back, and that's where the magic happens, because that's where the blurb is. That's the Marvel Legends logo at the top. We got the cross-sell. Build in the Watcher, as you guys know, at the very end, after we get through all these, I'm going to rank this entire line from my least favorite to my favorite, and we're going to build the Watcher as well. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit your notification bell. You won't want to miss a video of that. And then you got a bunch of different languages down at the bottom, so nothing too fun. But let's read the back. Let's see what it says about old Sylvie. Laser focused and relentless, Sylvie is the TVA's most formidable villain who has vowed to burn the organization to the ground. So she's throwing out the threats out there. And the Loki series I thought was pretty good. I liked it more than What If, I guess. We'll put it that way. There you got that kind of time what does it say? Time variance authority for all time, always on the back there. So cool background. I can see somebody keeping that, but not me. See you later. Get out of here. Oh, it is cape season. We've been saying it all along. It's cape season in Marvel Legends. It's cape season in wrestling figures. It's cape season in Star Wars. It's all about that cape, and the Watcher is no different. He's got his cape in his own plastic prison. Good for that Watcher. See you later. Get out of here. We'll add to this to the pile of parts as we slowly build the Watcher. But let's take a look at Sylvie in the plastic prison now. There she is, got an extra set of hands going on. We got her, and what do you know it? She's got a cape on. Like I keep saying, it is cape season after all. And she's got her sword, dagger, more akin to a sword or a machete. But she does have that. Let's pop these hands out. Oh, taped in. Gotta love a little tape. Pop that out. And can I get this out? There it is. See you later. Now, first thing I noticed is this sword. Nice green coloring to it. It almost looks like, what was the White Ranger's sword? Was it Saba or Samba? Saba? I'm drawing a blank all of a sudden. Saba? Something like that. Start with an S. But that's what this looks like on the end, on the handle of the sword. But a lot of good details on this handle here. You got some green. You got the gold. Looks kind of like a snake, I guess. It could be a snake. It could be a wolf. It could be, use your own imagination. And then you got a almost fluorescent, almost neon green-esque color going on here on this blade. So very cool. Everybody needs a weapon, and Sylvie is no different. So we got a weapon for her. We got extra hands going on. We got gripping hands, 2 gripping hands. Matter of fact, you're going to need to use one of these for that sword, so that makes sense. And then the hands that are on her, she's got one fisted hand. Goes back to what I always say. Everybody needs at least one fist. If you're a superhero, you're fighting or whatever. And then she does have an open hand. But then she does have this cape. And let's see what's going on. So this cape, is it a cape? Is it a robe? Is it a shawl? We're going to call it a cape, but it slides over her, much like Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. This kind of fits over her back, so you can take that off. I would think with this off, this would open up to a lot of different customizers' dreams here. A little bit playing going on. I could see you turning this into a SWAT team member, a SHIELD agent, something along them lines. But with the cape off, we have a lot more range of motion. We got our typical Marvel Select, I almost said, Marvel Legends motion from the figures here. Looks like single jointed elbows on this one though, but a very deep bend to a single jointed elbow. No bicep cut on this female here. That's interesting. So Sylvie doesn't get the bicep cut. She just had the diaphragm. She's got the thigh cut going on. Yes, she does. She's got the boot cut. She's got the double jointed knees. She can do the split. She's got pretty good articulation there. And then she's got good rockers on her feet. Much better than Captain Carter, who was a little sloppy in the foot department, as you remember. She does have a floating belt going on with her. And once again, a very good likeness on here. Very Lord of the Rings-esque, though. It's like there's a filter on it where she's a little paler than maybe she needs to be. Nice details on her crown going on with only one horn out of there. The other one is gone, broken off. Good hair sculpt going on throughout this one. A very good look on the hair with the blonde with a little hints of brown in there. A dirty blonde, we'll call her. She's a dirty blonde, old Sylvie. But this is all right. This is Sylvie. I feel like you needed this one. You needed Mobius. Of course, we needed Loki. You needed to have those three. I don't know how deep from there we need to go. The Conqueror, Kang, possibly, I guess. But we'll see how deep it ends up going. But she does... also has her cape, as we were talking about, and that does mold over her perfectly, stays on with her shoulders. Nice green cape like we saw in the TV series, and then you got a different color green, more of a fluorescent green inside the cape there, kind of the hood and around the cowl of it all. So all in all, a pretty solid figure out here. Is this the greatest superhero figure of all time? No, but it does fit a piece of the collection. It's part of a bigger story on your display. I don't think you're just going to have her standing there with Captain America, Iron Man or something. That doesn't make a lot of sense. But if you're going to have a little corner of your display with the Loki figures, hey, this one you need on there. And then, of course, we do have Ringside Collectible stands. I say it all the time. Spend your money on your figures, not your stands. RingsideCollectibles.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save 10%. And she fits like a glove on that stand, so we're going to stick her right over to the side. Now we're going to turn our attention to Mobius. All right, now we turn our attention to Mobius. Owen Wilson himself, the Target exclusive, part of the Loki wave. We've said this before on the channel. I don't know how many people you've watched my weekly purchases video, stuff like that, but Owen Wilson, why people are saying, why isn't he in a regular wave? Why is he an exclusive? Because it all goes back, long story short, Marvel Legends, Hasbro, their buyer at Target Corporate. Hey, I want to get an exclusive in here, and if I give you an exclusive, can I get this? Target buyer says, well, it better be a good exclusive. And you tell them, hey, I'm giving you, you know, a Sylvie figure or somebody that's, you know, not a real household name out there. Not that Mobius is, but they're going to say, hey, Hasbro team says, hey, Target, I do have an Owen Wilson figure that we're having from the Loki show, and I can make him exclusive. That Target buyer maybe doesn't know anything about Loki, anything about Marvel, but he most likely knows Marvel, or he most likely knows Owen Wilson. So Owen Wilson, much like we saw with Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek in the Eternals wave, helps sell, it's an easy sell to a Target or a Walmart buyer, selling their celebrity status. Nothing against this actress over here, but I couldn't tell you her first name, and most Target buyers and Walmart's probably in the same boat. But everybody knows Owen Wilson, be it from Wedding Crashers or whatever they know him from. So it's an easy sell to that Target employee. So, hey, I gave you exclusive. And part of that exclusive, I get these end caps. I give you this. It's always the tit for tat stuff going on in the business world. So you got to put your business hat on sometimes, and that is why Mobius is separate. Now, that all being said, Mobius is starting to peg warm pretty heavy already, and I do think that will continue. As much as Owen Wilson is cool, as much as the character's cool, at the end of the day, it is a guy in a suit. Great for adult collectors, they get one of these, but kids out there, kids that want to buy this stuff, and usually the second or third rotation of figures on the pegs, if it gets that far, that's where the kids come in. They aren't scalping, they aren't hitting the stores constantly, searching for stuff. They're just collecting to play. And I don't know about you, but when I was a little kid, the guy in the suit was not my first choice. And I think we'll see him go to clearance. Playing that little patented long game. You wait till after the holidays, you'll be able to get a good deal on this Mobius if you are playing the long game. But you guys know me, old Kyle, he's terrible at the long game anymore. He's just failed miserably. Saw this, had to pick it up, and that's the way it goes. So let's take a look at Mobius in package. We got that Loki packaging we've seen before with Loki, of course, and Sylvie we just unboxed. Mobius fits in there pretty good. You got him, you got that same background as Sylvie. You got Mobius down here, Marvel Legend at the top. You got that Loki symbol. Little glamour shot on the side. Little glamour shot on the other side. Warnings, all that kind of stuff. He looks a lot like my grandpa back in the day. My grandpa was a school superintendent. You go back to the 70s, this is probably what my grandpa kind of looked like. I could see him in this brown type of suit. Not the most fashionable these days, but back then in the 70s, 80s, man, everybody had a brown suit. That was the way to go. Big blurb on the back, and this not being part of a classic line, we don't have the cross-sell, it's no part of a Build-A-Figure, any of that kind of stuff, and you see that with exclusives over the years, of course. So let's read the back, let's see what it says about Mobius. Don't call me Morbius. Mobius M. Mobius. Interesting. Is an agent for the Time Variance Authority who specializes in the investigations of particularly dangerous time criminals. And there's time criminals everywhere because there's just not enough time. It's the one thing you can never get more of is time. It's funny how long the days used to be, but as you get older, the days fly by. Every second of my day is booked up with something. Even sleep sometimes. See you later. It's just the way it goes, I guess, when you're a busy man. Here's old Mobius. He's got, what is cattle prod? Is that what that is? Shock stick? And then, what is that? Like a, I'm going to have to investigate. Is that like a notebook? What is that exactly? There's Mobius. The guy in the suit. Once again, though, another thing, though, I can see people buying this on clearance as to make customs out of. You can maybe create somebody, pop a head off. You got somebody different in a suit. This would be a great guy. Let's say you have a Daily Bugle set up. You can put this as like a reporter in your Daily Bugle. You can mix him in a wrestling crowd. So there is some uses out of some of these suited figures. I'm not telling you guys anything you don't know. See you later. Get out of here. What is this? This is that, I think, Time Variance. Oh, it opens up even. Look at this. Fancy. I didn't realize this thing opened up. The little pad there. Very cool. It's on a hinge. You wouldn't even recognize that it's on a hinge if you didn't really look close at it. But good coloring going on here with the black. The green and the tans. Very drab. Green, tans, brown. Kind of a theme throughout the Loki TV series. And this fits right in there. And then, of course, you get this cattle prod. Like a young Mountie is what this reminds me of. We all love the Mountie, Jacques Rougeau. But you got some browns, some blacks. I mean, even the coils at the very top. It's a pretty cool look on this thing. So it's a different weapon, a new accessory. And once again, people could get reuse out of this accessory with some other lines out there. But then you dig into old Owen Wilson, old Mobius here. And man, what a great head sculpt on this one. Looks just like him. They even got that indentation on his nose where he's had his nose busted up. This looks great there. And the great haircut, kind of a grayish blonde. He is getting older. I'm sure he's probably 50, pushing 50, a little past 50, something like that. We have, I believe, seen this suited body before. I could be wrong, but it very, very similar to other suited bodies we've seen in the past from the Marvel Legends team. Very much looks like a Texas businessman. I would love to have a cowboy hat on top of here. It would look good on there because he's got a big cowboy belt buckle going on, all kinds of browns going on. You got that baby blue undershirt. Double jointed elbows on this one. Bicep swivel, head rotates and everything else. Waist rotates. Got a little bit of a diaphragm, but you really can't do anything with it. You got the thigh swivel, you got the double jointed knees, and of course the nice dress shoes. I got a pair of dress shoes that look just like this I wear in my normal day job, so me and Mobius got something in common. But a solid suited figure out there. Is this the greatest figure of all time? Probably not, and as we're seeing, and you're probably seeing in your area right now, he is starting to peg warm, and I think he'll sell some throughout the holidays, but the real rubber hits the road after the holidays. If he's still hanging out there, that's when the clearance events will begin, and that's where you long gamers will be able to jump in. Now, suited figures have always had trouble fitting on stands, these ringside collectible stands, and he is no different, as the bottoms are way too shallow, so he will not be able to stand on a ringside stand, so that's unfortunate. Sometimes these guys are a little hard to stand as well with some of these dress shoes and stuff, so you got to arch him just right. I'm going to have to play around with it a little bit, but all in all, I do like this. He does have his brown tie as well. I've always been told you're supposed to have your tie down to almost your belt buckle, just a little bit short, a little bit shorter from your belt buckle. So he's got his tie a little short. So take that from me. I've been wearing a tie for like 26 years. So he does look a little strange here, but who knows? Fashion changes over time, as we know. But he does look like Mobius. That is one thing you cannot argue. And very cool figure. We got these two. And then, of course, you get Loki. You got to have Loki involved in the party. So you got Loki, you got Sylvie, you got Mobius, you got the three main players of the Loki TV series. What more could you want out there? And this Loki figure you don't see around anymore. This one threw off the shelves pretty good. So we'll see if Sylvie has that same fate, and we'll see where Mobius fares after the holidays. Once again, a Target exclusive. Stay tuned for the end of the week. Like I said, we'll build that Watcher figure. We're going to rank the entire wave from my favorite to my least favorite. I'm going to throw Mobius in. Why not? He kind of fits in, so I'll fit him in that ranking system. And like I said, we'll build the Watcher as well. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson and leave me a comment with your thoughts on these. Did you pick up Mobius? You playing that long game? What are your thoughts on the Loki series? You guys let me know in the comments down below. So for the Marvel Legends Loki series, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.